What up, people? I was in the middle of recording a video earlier, and my phone got too hot for TV, too hot for Facebook, so it shut me down. I don't know what I did. Uh, Let me see if this works again. Hopefully, it does. I'm gonna put the. Well, hopefully, it works. We'll see. Anyways, I just came out of not a doctor's, uh, a patient's appointment, and man, I'm still in shock with the things that you see out there. As you know, I um I run my own insurance agency, small agency, and I still love going to people's houses every now and then. Also, what I do is health and life, so a lot of the scenarios and situations I see have to do with medical conditions and uh, medication, questions about doctors, etc. Anyways, I was coming out. I came out to this family. This is the second patient on a chronic condition situation that I see the last 3 days. Um, Reminded me of my dad who passed away in 2020, beginning of COVID. He didn't pass of COVID, but he he my dad was a diabetic almost his entire adult life, and he always complained of pain. This family, one of their members, the one that I was visiting for, is in a similar situation. I'm gonna share too much of the details, but the main problem is that, like my dad, the gentleman cannot walk. So he's a senior on Medicare. Medicare covers a lot of things, but even if I make it better with a better plan or a plan that gives them more benefits, it still doesn't help him if he cannot go to a doctor office. So the first problem is fixing access to care for this person. And we found a solution for that. So I'm happy about that. But then the wife is super happy, by the way. She's crying the entire appointment because she cannot believe it. I don't know how many agents she has spoken with, but honestly, I know Medicare is super complex. I know Medicare is complicated. I know Medicare is hard. I know because I have to study every year. I know because I have to recertify every year. I have a lot of companies to take tests for every year. I know it's hard. But if you're an agent with more than 2 or 3 years, honestly, be better. be better. I don't know. I don't know who enrolled them or what, but she was. She told me that one of the medications that she had to pay $300 for this medication. I do not know if she did pay for it, honestly. She told me that's what the pharmacy said. So I cannot tell you if she did or she didn't. Why would a senior lady would lie to me? I don't think she was lying. Maybe at the pharmacy counter she got confused. Maybe not. Maybe the plan. Maybe she was giving them the wrong ID card or whatnot. There's 100 reasons why this could be happening. But let me make sure my phone doesn't lock on me again. Anyways, but the problem is she can now problem number A and problem number one and problem number two make the whole situation worse. Because the problem is not insurance. Now the problem is that he cannot see a doctor and cannot get the medication. If you have to pay $300, what are you going to do? You either pay rent or you buy medication or you pay for your utilities or you buy food or you buy medication. You're not going to buy medication. You're going to buy food. You're going to pay for water. You're going to pay for utilities. Shoot, you will pay for internet before paying for medication, because in my case, without internet, it'll be very hard to do business without internet. So now, what did I do? So, like any other agent, responsible agent, I asked her if I could see the medication. And she says, yeah, of course. She finds it. And when I see the name, because every time I go on an appointment, I check to see if whatever plan the person is choosing covers the medications. But I know a lot of the medications by name. And when she brought it out, I know this medication is covered. And it came out of my mouth like, yeah, like I blurred it out. I said, yeah, this is covered. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, Hector, you got to go check it. So I go and check it. Like any responsible agent. Don't go out there saying that Hector doesn't check, because that's not. Anyways, so I checked the provider directory. Yes, and every company has a provider directory. Yes. And if you have 20 companies, you need to check different provider directories. Yes. And guess what? So the provider directory says that this medication on this X plan is a generic medication, and it's going to cost the family $0. So now the lady is still crying, but we fix access to care, or the ability of them seeing a doctor, and number two, we fix the medication problem. Perfect. Now we're gonna have. I have a lot of relationships in the industry, and I called someone that works internally with this plan, and we found we're gonna put them with a case manager as well, and a lot of other stuff. We're also gonna reduce their what they pay every month for insurance, which is amazing. Anyways, we did a lot. But one thing that caught my attention, because this happens a lot. This actually happens also. I've seen this a lot in real estate, but I see it a lot in health insurance. So I'm thinking this is more of a human thing, than it's just a bad habit or something. And it's when other people that are not directly affected to a situation start giving advice without knowing what they're talking about. Nothing bothers me more than that. It bothers me so much. I see it in real estate. I see it in loans. I see it in Medicare. And this is what happens. She schedules an appointment to meet with me. And long and behold, Agent X tells her yesterday, oh no, the plan that you have is good. It's good. Don't change it. Don't change it. You don't need to do anything. You're good. And I ask, because I probe, listen, I tell my clients, I don't sell insurance. I'm an advisor. If you have good insurance, I do not need to switch you. I don't need to write you up. I don't need to improve anything. Then I won't write anything. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Because I like being able to sleep at night. I don't need to do tricks on people. I don't do that. I know people that do that. If you want someone like that, that's not me. We don't need to work together. That's fine. Not for a doctor, not for a hospital. I'm not attached to a insurance company. I don't prefer X versus Y or versus A or C. Whatever is best is at the moment is what I will suggest. And I don't usually the word best because I'll explain in a minute. Anyways, what any respectable and reputable agent would do. So she tells me that the agent told her to cancel the appointment because she was in her right insurance. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is probably the family's agent. And I asked, can you give me the name? Because I know a lot of agents. And the agent's name, if I know them, will tell me if this is a good agent. I know by name. Everybody has a reputation. Even in Jacksonville, North Florida, that everybody knows everybody up here. At least when you're doing face to face, everybody knows everybody. There's a few people that are low key, but most people know in the industry who are the good agents and who are the fools out there. So the lady very respectfully tells me, I don't want to say. Okay, so she doesn't tell me. My next question to her is, okay, so I don't want you to tell me their name, but let me ask you this. Have you been working with your agent? Actually, this is a great sales seminar. If you want to be on sales, learn something. No. If someone says no, they're not telling you that they don't want to work with you. They're just answering your question, and it's a door to open for another question. This is sales seminar for free right now. Take it for what it's worth. So I asked her, how long have you been working with this agent that told you that you should not switch? And you know what she said? Do you know what she said? She said, well, I don't even work with them. They're not even my agent. And I'm like baffled at this point. Yeah, scratching my bald head. Because if you're an agent with any self-respect for your profession or reputation, how can you be giving advice out there to anyone? And I'm driving, but I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. How can you be giving advice to people without knowing their specific situation? I see this all the time. Like, when I was talking about loans and real estate and that, people do this all the time. It bothers me so much. Like, oh, I want to sell my house. And then out of nowhere comes my Auntie Ann, and tells me, no, you need to talk to to other agent. After I went and did the presentation and talked to them, or like this case, I'm talking about insurance with the lady. She already scheduled an appointment. I'm sitting with her, and an agent that is not the family's agent is telling them to cancel. They did not ask them. I asked her, did they ask you your situation? Did they check your medication? Do they know about your access to care issue? No, they don't know anything. They don't know it. So how is people giving, bro? If you're a professional, don't give advice if you don't know the situation on anything. On anything. And if you're not licensed, I would be careful giving advice. Honestly, bro. Honestly, if you don't know what you're talking about, just say, hey, it's my opinion. You can say it's your opinion, but don't be saying, don't see this, don't see that, don't do that, like you know anything. Don't. Please. Please. Am I the best at what I do? Probably not. Do I have a lot of confidence, and am I always curious at trying to stay ahead and trying to see? At least I'm objective. I can tell you that. I am very objective. One, I don't know it all, so I always question myself, even my own judgment. But telling someone, no, don't do this, don't that, like that, so casually, no, man. No. When it comes to drums, when it comes to health insurance, shoot, even life insurance, I go to people that know more than I do. Now, mortgage protection, I I can handle myself. But other things that I don't know, dude, even real estate. I go to Shayla for real estate. Why do you think I go to Shayla? Because I may know more about investing or flipping, but she's a broker. I will, if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. I don't, man, it bothers me so much. Anyways, the person is not the agent. The person doesn't even work with the family and wanted them to cancel. Imagine if they had canceled, this person would be without a doctor, without without the medication because they don't have the $300 to pay, still paying close to $200 a month for their health insurance, and a lot of other stuff. Anyways, I wanted to make this video. I know I spoke a little longer because I was driving. Now I am where I am at, and well, if you have any questions, Medicare, life insurance, real estate, um, even drums, whatever it is that you know that I do, because I'm licensed in all of that stuff, loans, real estate, and insurance. I am licensed. I'm actually also licensed in commercial insurance, so you can ask me, and I can tell you good and reliable advice. Okay. And when it comes to drums, I think with 30 years experience, I can tell you a little bit about drums and professionally what it takes. Other than that, I can give a lot of opinions because I'm very opinionated. And I will tell you when I don't know something as well. My number, 904-770-5475. Just DM me, whatever. Peace!